We didn't play very well. I think we got out-coached, outplayed, out-hustled. We did not win the battle at the line of scrimmage. And I think give credit to BYU. They played with great discipline and did some very, very good things that we knew that they were going to do. We didn't do a very good job of stopping it. We also performed very poorly offensively and dug ourselves too deep a hole in the first half. Obviously, it's frustrating for our seniors to go out this way. But I felt like we didn't play very well, and I thought we practiced very well leading up to this, and the fact that we didn't do some things offensively actually surprised me.
What gave you trouble?
Well, they did a great job of picking up our receivers down the field, and we were probably a little impatient in terms of dumping the ball off. I think that both quarterbacks took a very long time to get started in this game. And we didn't find a way to get them in rhythm, and certainly I think we could have done a better job that way.
Coach, did you see anything defensively from Brigham Young that you did not expect?
No, nothing whatsoever.
How about that performance?
Well, yeah, one of the things I think John Beck is a great quarterback, and two, given time, is a very, very good quarterback. We did not mount a very good pass rush today, and obviously that, I think, again, with a 3- and 4-man pass rush, we tried to load up and double some of their best receivers, and they still beat us even in the double coverage at times, or created situations where we couldn't double them. And I think, again, give BYU credit. John Beck did a tremendous job. He found the receivers. He made the plays he needed to make. You have to ask the players. I think they have passion. I think they have heart. We did not play very well, so again, you can check that anytime.
You said yesterday, or you indicated yesterday, that BYU might not be a mid-level Pac-10 team. Is that being changed from?
Well, right now we didn't play like a mid-level Pac-10 team either, to be honest with you. But no, my opinion has not changed.
Some of that, the pass game on the receivers, I mean, the way they need to attack themselves.
Well, it could be. Again, I think that we dropped several passes. But again, I give total credit to BYU. They mounted a pass rush. They did a great job of coverage down the field. We knew that. We don't face that many teams that do as much zone as they did. And it probably took a quarter or so, or a series or two, to get that organized. That shouldn't have. We've been practicing against it for 14 days or 15 days. I've answered that question. Next question. Well, he's our best defensive tackle. He's one of our best pass rushers. He's a senior. So obviously that did hurt us. But again, that's no excuse. We had other people play, and we should have done a better job of that.
You feel like you could have ran the ball a little bit better, 30 carries, 94 net yards. Was there should there have been more concerted effort to run the ball in the first half?
Early on, yes, but once you get down by 3 scores, you can do that. I think, again, we did not run the ball very well. I don't think we blocked at the line of scrimmage as well as we're capable of. And, again, I say that we didn't do as good a job as we needed to, so maybe we weren't ready to play.
How do you explain personal fouls?
I didn't see 2 of them. I have no clue until I watched the films. The kids told me the one on Jonathan Stewart is one of the most mild-mannered guys in that situation, and I don't know. I don't excuse it. I don't allow it to happen in that regard. I'm very frustrated by that, and I won't blame it on anybody but the Ducks. We need to take care of business that way. We need to play with better discipline.
Was it the frustration of how things were going?
No, I don't think there was that frustration early. It was just, I don't know. You'd have to remind me of the situations.
Coach, did you see anything out of your quarterbacks that you're going to carry in your mind to the spring practice?
Yeah, but again, it'll help me to watch the film first. But obviously, some better decision making. I thought early on that we dropped a couple passes, and that is a combination of quarterbacks and receivers being on the same page. Certainly, Dennis's mobility is huge in any type of a game. Brady did not start off seeing things as well as what I thought he had in the Oregon State game or the Washington State game, or the times where he's played a great deal. And it actually surprised me because that's his forte. His strength is seeing the field. that was, frustrating, I'm sure, for Brady as well as for us.
Coach, after that kind of effort, what do you say to the fans who paid money, bought tickets for that, and supported you after they watched that? What do you say to them?
Come back next year, we'll be better.
What major things do you take out of this game and think we need to get better at this, this, and this by next season?
I made the comment to the team that we can learn a lot from BYU. I think they do a great job of making the most of their talent, of putting their kids in a position to have success, of utilizing discipline and that type of thing. So we can talk about that specifically. Next season starts right now. It starts today. It starts the minute that that game ended. And it's a combination of commitment and desire. And I believe our players have it, but obviously I'll search that out and find it for them.
How disappointing that BYU offense was able to get pressure with just 3 men rushes?
That's disappointing. I didn't think they got pressure as much as they just moved the pocket. And we didn't handle it in terms of moving the pocket. Early on, again, one of the surprises was Brady held the ball early in the first couple series and took some sacks he didn't need to take. And Brady knows that usually he does a better job. And I can't, again, I know at the time he said he was waiting for something to come open, somebody to break and try to make a big play, but that cost us some field position. And that was surprising, given that was a 3- and 4-man rush is all they threw at us.
Why weren't you able to control Harley? You lose their big threat and still have a game.
Say that again, I didn't hear.
Harley, talk about when
We tried. We basically knew where he was every down and had him doubled, or we're deciding if he was singled, we were going to bring pressure. He did a great job. He and Beck have a tremendous chemistry. We knew that going in. That didn't change today. There were several passes that Beck threw that anticipating where Harleen would be, and I give them total credit on that. We've seen that all year long, and we tried to double him, bracket him, and or put pressure when he was single covered, and I think that they won that battle.
Were you really shocked by his performance, or was there anything during the week that the team was ready to play?
I'm disappointed, obviously, and I am shocked. I thought we would play much better. I thought that our spirit and our effort in practice on both sides of the ball was significantly better. I thought we'd been playing very well on defense against the pass, although I thought BYU, again, exploited some things underneath that created matchups with their running backs that really hurt us early on. But, to say you're shocked is I am frustrated by it and disappointed in it. It ranks right up there with Arizona, in my opinion.
Just having the quarterback that they did and multiple threats on the outside. We have to cover the receivers first, and it's a lot of the time we were just leaving the backs in the backfield man to man sometimes, and there's a lot of field out there for backers and other people underneath to cover. So sometimes it was just real easy for them to just get out of the backfield and run open to where there's space.
How would you rate the defensive line you faced today versus what you've seen earlier in the day, or earlier in the season?
Give credit to BYU. They game plan real good against us. It's nothing that the offensive line haven't seen in the Pac-10. I'm telling you, they were good, but give them credit. They won today. It's nothing that we've never seen before. It didn't surprise us at all.
What was it like in the huddle with, especially as the score got out of hand? Was there frustration?
Well, you don't want to dwell on the bad. You just want to learn from it. So, of course, people are going to get frustrated, but it's the opportunity to bounce back is what really going to turn around the offense. I just wish them the best of luck next year. Obviously, I'm looking at the numbers here, and we didn't put out. Offensively, you work so hard each day. Like Coach said, we had great practices. It's nothing that the coaches didn't do. It's just that we didn't perform today.
You had an emotional embrace with Coach Gray with him 50-yard line after the game. How difficult is it to leave here without a moment for both of you guys?
It's hard because you put so much time, so much effort into something that you love, and not going out on top or not winning the bowl champion, when you're down at your least, it really, really hurts. And I just embrace my coach and all my coaches because they did what we could have done, and like I said, we're gonna take the blame. We lost today.
Coach, Jason Williams the pass didn't go in his direction late in the third quarter. I don't even know that he had a catch today. Was it BYU's defense, or was he hauled by his back, or what?
No, I think actually Jason was in pretty good shape. I think his back is still hurt, and it'll take several months probably to heal up. But there were several times we threw him the ball, he didn't catch it. Most of the time they were double covering him, rolling into double coverage on his side of the field, trying to take him away. And we needed to go more away from him. That obviously when they double him.
What have you said how he played and how he coached? Are there things you could look at right now and say, from a coaching standpoint,
Yes, and I know that, and we knew that, and tried to change some of those in the second half. Didn't get it done. When you get beat like this, I look at everything.
Well, clearly some recruiting targets that you guys are after we're watching today. What do you and your coaches go out and do when you're going to have to speak to these guys? What are your talking points? Because you're going to have to speak to this.
I think each one of them come in with the idea that they can play sooner now.
What happened to Jordan Campbell?
Sprained his toe, sprained his great toe. Just I don't think anybody left the game. We had several times that there were about 5 guys who had to leave for a period of time. Patrick Chung, a couple of our receivers, a couple of the D linemen, Gibbs. But overall, I don't think anybody's hurt seriously.
How long does a sprained toe keep a guy out generally, Mike?
Depends. If it's turf toe, it can be 6 to 8 weeks or more. It just really depends on the severity of it, and I don't know if he's had anything like that before.
See, this is a lot different from what the season ended, or is it a continuation?
No, this is different. I think, again, I thought we had rebounded with our performance at Oregon State in terms of competing and playing well offensively. This felt more like Arizona, where we unfortunately didn't play well on either side of the ball, and that thing just tends to build up after a while. We didn't make any special teams mistakes, which was good. In fact, we actually got some returns, both kickoff-wise and punt-wise, that helped us with field position, punt return, although we negated one with a 15-yard penalty, again, that was, I think, very ill-timed, and I haven't, until I see it on film, I can't really say who was at fault, but if the officials call it that way. Plus, I thought that we got the onside kick. Our Dante felt he had it on the ground for a long time and actually showed it, and the replay showed it, but I guess they didn't see it that way.
Did they rule the guy down?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what they did. They didn't tell me. So they said they had plenty of time to review it, though, obviously.
Coach, now that you have the luxury of hindsight, although you haven't seen film, is there anything you would change on the way you prepared for this or call the game?
Well, there's no different way we would prepare. Obviously, we would call the game differently, but again, I don't have an immediate answer on that. We probably out-coached ourselves at times. We played a lot of substitution groups on defense, and I thought going into it that we were going to do a very good job and felt really good about the matchups in that regard. Try to put the best athletes on the field versus the various sets and formations. I don't think it hurt us, but I don't think it helped us as much as we thought it could. Offensively, I think, again, the very first play of the game, I think, hurt us. I think we had a guy wide open for a touchdown, and we didn't see him. And that was probably somewhat frustrating. Again, I can go back and say that play in and of itself, if it's a touchdown, it probably changes the complexion of the game, or even a completion as opposed to a sack.